dead. I mean, so if you want to say obviously the big mistake to look back on is you could say you should have upgraded the shield bubbles to level 2, which would have prevented taking all that damage. But like the stuff that went wrong was by the most narrow margins imaginable. We missed getting a burst 1 laser by 1 scrap. 1 scrap. And then the rebels are at the exit by literally... I don't think I've ever seen them take over the exit by that small margin before. And that had to have been 1 pixel. Absolutely had to have been 1 pixel. The good news is, it is only Sector 1. We can just restart. But like... Just like, WTF, what was that? Like, what was that run? There are some days where FTL is literally like, you are not winning. You are not winning today. Now, again, I think I could have played better. I hate to keep repeating myself, but the mistake was not upgrading. Should have upgraded to the shield bubble. Should have upgraded to the shields to level 2 as soon as I had 50 scrap. And the reason for that is we'd already seen 2 stores in the sector. The odds of seeing another store after we'd already seen 2 of them are very, very low. So based on that knowledge, I should have upgraded the shield bubble there. But still, that was a real WTF situation there. We can do red shirt too. The problem is you're not going to see the 2, so you're not going to see it. But I'll still do the name anyway. All right, so this one's pretty straightforward. We circle down here, and okay. The good news is this does reach the exit. I wish the exit were a little bit further to the right. We want to start here so we can see what's at this location here, but then we go like straight down so we can see everything. You basically just want to see what's at every beacon if possible. Yeah, that kind of risk in Sector 1 does make more sense. All right, now the good news is we get an early fight. The bad news is this is in an asteroid field. Beam droids are about 100 times more dangerous in an asteroid field. We actually have to fire at their drone control, not their missiles. As annoying as the missile launcher is, and it is truly annoying, that beam drone is what's actually going to kill us here. So we have to take that offline. Great, our weapons are hit. Cool. Of course, the asteroid gets dodged by them. Cloning bay, we didn't need that anyway. Cool. Not off to a great. Okay, that's huge. The asteroid of truth. Asteroid of truth punches into their shields. So now they have no shields in an asteroid field. Okay. Pretty rough here on the very first run. I should have fired at 2 different targets there, taking off that missile launcher as well as the. But like this is a pretty nasty ship to have on the very first jump of the game. We'll take that. Get us out of this, please. And we need to fix the oxygen. Just waiting for him to fix piloting first. You can come over. You come over here and pilot the ship. Actually, you come fix the cloning bay. What a nasty first jump. All right, now you do need to get the oxygen back online before our non-Lanius crew members die. I did famously once do a run where we just had the oxygen off the entire game. And all the non-Lanius crew members just kept dying over and over and over again. All right, let's let the oxygen replenish. We don't want to jump into another fight at 40% oxygen. Yeah, that stun bomb's great. It's cell bait. We can actually use it as well. If we upgrade weapons, we can actually use it until we run out of ammo. It's not great because I believe it only stuns crew. Drains and it damages. It's an ion bomb basically. It's an ion. It stuns the crew, but also ionizes the target. So yeah, I might actually upgrade weapons here, so I can use the stun bomb because why not? Yeah, we lost... I'm actually amazed we only lost 5 HP on the first jump. That easily could have been 10 or more. Very, very easily could have been 10 or more. Alright, that beacon was empty anyway, so let's jump here. I can't upgrade the ship because we're in a... Sure, drones are more valuable than missiles. Alright, we'll go here. Because we have the... But for the moment, we're just going to keep saving scrap. Okay, cool. Here we go. Ah, stupid. Yeah, I think I might just upgrade weapons first. And of course they depowered their laser instead of depowering their missile. This is an Artemis missile. That's one of the most dangerous missiles in the game. Very quick charging time, deals 2 damage, not 1 when it hits the hull. Very, very nasty weapon. All right, fortunately they got the laser back online first. Just want to keep knocking that offline. I'm hoping, I mean, this battle's over, but if they start trying to run away, then we'll have to target piloting. So hopefully they don't. It's just a random chance whether they try to run or not. It just makes the battle harder, obviously. Okay. Fortunately, we got our whiffed, our round of just firing and whiffing when nothing critical was going on. That's not... See, this is not a good surrender offer. If it were 4 fuel, I would probably say yes, but 4 missiles are not really that useful. Anyway, we just killed that crew member. So now they have no one to power the shields. Alright, we're almost there. Oh, they had a cloning bay. Okay. Well, good news for that guy is he came back to life. Bad news is his ship then blew up. Oh! Well, it's a good thing we went for the murder option. That's cellbait as well. Yeah. I mean, we might as well use the stun bomb, right? So what are the specifics on this weapon anyway? I mean, we can sell both of these. Alright, so does 1 ion damage, stuns all crew. Okay. Can target your own ship. Not great or anything, but it gives us another weapon to fire. We're going to have to upgrade weapons anyway. Like, if we buy another weapon, we're going to have to use that weapon upgrade anyway. I hate the early boarders. Because, all this can do is damage us. There's no chance to get scrap here. They are trying to get into the sensor room for some reason. Alright, have fun in there. This is where it's nice to have level 2 scanners. They didn't actually damage the scanner. Now they're trying to get into piloting. Okay, have fun in there. Let's bring these guys over here in case I need them. Well, now they're trying to get into the oxygen room. Alright, they're almost dead. They're having fun not breathing. Are they still alive? Yeah. Not for much longer, though. Alright. So that happened. Oh, they never managed to get anywhere. They just got stuck with no oxygen. Yeah, we can sell those 2 things for almost 50 scrap, roughly 50 scrap. So we do want to save a little bit, but now we just need to find a store. We know there's no store here, so we're gonna try to just make sure we can see every beacon. Like, we'll probably go here, and then here, and then we'll adjust based on what we see. Wait, do not jump. What was? I'm sorry. Sorry, not spam, but I didn't see that. What was the do not? What was the do not jump? Oh yeah, oxygen. You're right. Good call. You're right. Oxygen was still very low. I don't think I need to use a stun bomb here. I think we're okay. You were right. We should have wait to let the oxygen replenish. Fortunately, it didn't end up mattering, but you're right. It could have, for sure. Because we are low. We really want it to be close to 100% before we go jumping off to the next battle. Okay. Could have been a double scrap reward, but we'll take the 16. That was a very easy battle. Yeah, this auto scout is by far the least dangerous thing, indeed. Yeah, let's get that up to 90% or so. Oh, anyway, this run is definitely going better so far. We just need to get we need to find a store, and if we get a weapon upgrade, like if we had the same burst 1 offered that we had at the last shop in the last game, then we're golden and we're off and rolling. We just need one, we just need one weapon because we currently have 3 shots. We just need to go up to 5, And that'll take us through the first couple sectors. All right, so this, or no, here. This lets us see more. Watch, there'll probably be a store at that one. There should be 2 stores in Sector 1 because it's a civilian sector. There's usually 2 in the first sector. All right, this could also be a double scrap reward. The cloaking's annoying. Hopefully they do not charge up all the ions. Okay, that's more of what we wanted. Actually, let's do this. Take the shield down and then put it back up. Then it's back up in time for the laser. Little micro trip there, but we... But because they fired, this is on a 6-second charge. This can fire, hit the hull harmlessly, and then the shield be back up in time for the laser. But with any luck, we just knock out their... Okay, now we're good. Now the battle's over. We just took out their weapons. I would have fired the stun bomb if we had not taken out their weapons. I think we wait and let them cloak, and we'll fire when they come out of the cloak. Yep. It helps to play this game a lot. Memorizing all the timings of all the weapons is really important. Just memorizing what all the weapons are is really important. It makes such a huge difference once you can recognize what all the weapons are. And you just have to know the timings of when everything fires. The game does not tell you that. It's not hiding information because they're visible at all times, but I don't think we get another shot off before they cloak, but they also have no evasion, so yeah, never mind. We did get a shot off, just barely. All right, we might get a double scrap. Ah, double scrap. Huge, and there's the store. Okay. So we'll jump around down here, and then we'll head to the store and up, because we've got a little time before the rebels get here. Great. Now we just have to not die in the next... Oh, wait a minute. Ah, our oxygen's still off. What are we doing? That's right. I turned the oxygen off to dodge better. All right, all right. Let's stop. Always forgetting the oxygen, apparently. The fact that I have a Lanius captain here means that the crew... I'm just going to pretend that the Lanius captain is managing the oxygen, and this metallic creature's like, oh, yes, the fleshlings need air. Hey, breathing is a luxury. It's not a right. Breathing is a privilege. Anyway, we do still have, we have in particular this human still up for renaming if anyone wants. I think we've just decided we're going with Butters as the name on the Lanius, and then we renamed the first one of these. Alright, anyway. Of course, hopefully this will be a good store. It is possible that, okay. This could potentially give us a fight, which is what we want. Okay, this thing cannot harm us. It has 2 beams, so it can't do any damage. So we're good. So because of that, we'll fire at piloting first. Unfortunately, the fire will go out without doing anything. Yeah, the all-beam setup, if your shields are down, is super dangerous. But if you have even 1 shield bubble, obviously it can't do anything. Still, these things are not like completely irrelevant. They really can mess you up if you happen to have an issue with your shields. Or if you're playing one of the stealth ships that doesn't start the game with shields. How much weapons XP? We have, like, no dodging XP so far. We have a lot of weapons XP. That's one advantage of this ship, is you do get a lot of weapons XP, because you fire the weapons so fast. I could train the weapons guy, but that would be really boring. I'd be more likely to farm dodges. Alright, we can go here. Let's not chance it. Based on what happened at the last exit, let's not chance it. There could also be a second store up there. Let's head up here. There are some very funny FTL-inspired cartoons. Yes, there are. All right, what do we have? Give me something good. That is not something good. Let me just see. Is there not? There's another store right here, so I think we'll just jump to the second store. What else was there? I mean, this is good, but we need to focus weapons. We don't need to buy crew members this early. And like a second Ion Center is not awful, but there's another store right here. Let's go to the other store first. If there wasn't another store, I might consider it. God, and there's no weapons at the next store. Are you freaking kidding me? Man, FTL is in a nasty mood. The game I did last week and the games I'm doing this week. Obviously, we're gonna get long range scanners, but like FTL is just in a nasty mood right now. We'll sell this, but like, geez, that's ugly. I guess we had to head to the exit, man. Holy cow. No weapons, yeah. Just out of curiosity, I'm not going to sell the stun bomb. It sells for 22, so we effectively have another 22 scrap. Dang. Well, we got long-range scanners, so that's what we want. I'll go to the exit. I feel like I'm hesitant again to get that second shield bubble until I know. All right, there's another store. Can we get something? No. Well, there's a there's a halberd beam. Okay, that works. That works. Okay. Now we need to upgrade weapons one more time, so we can run halberd plus dual lasers. So we need to get. We need 35 scrap. And it actually is more important to do that first. Yeah, halberd plus dual lasers will carry us. Now, we could sell the ion stunner, and I think we do because, number one, we could use that scrap. But number two, the dual laser plus the halberd beam slot together so nicely. It's 4 power and 2 slots. But that doesn't really leave... Like, we want we don't really... Like, if we use the ion stunner with these two, then we need a 3 power weapon for the last slot. That's a little bit awkward. So I think we do sell the ion... Oh, wait. But we might need it. We might need it for the next battle, though. I temporarily have less shots, it's true. But we can... Honestly, we can probably get by with just the halberd beam. We can probably get by with just the halberd, because it's very unlikely to see a ship with 2 shield bubbles, and the halberd will basically kill anything with 1 shield bubble, no problem. So I think we are going to sell this, even though I understand it's a little bit risky. So now we just need like we need to just win like 1 battle, and then we can put these both in play, and then we will desperately need to upgrade defenses. We are definitely not... Okay, we're not going to rocks controlled, because that has missiles everywhere, and we are very poorly... The charge time is an issue, it's true, but... Alright, now there's a big nebula, and there's the exit beacon is also out of nebula, so that's nice. Alright, halberd, don't let me down. Oh, and this would be awesome if we can get the sensor station here, too. Yeah, okay, so halberd... I just hope they don't hack anything too nasty here. Okay, that's not good, but it could be worse. We're just going to have to survive this first chain laser and maybe this bomb. Okay, and just like that, the battle's over. Halberd is really good. Unless this bomb hits something really nasty. Okay, or we just dodge it. That works. Okay, so because of that, we'll fire on this side next, because I'm not concerned. If the ion bomb like hits shields at this point, it doesn't really matter. And by taking out the shields, we get the 2 damage shot. Plus, they can't dodge anything from here on out. Actually, you know what? They can't dodge. Just dual laser this thing. Like, they can't dodge. Just dual laser it. Well, that would have been very dangerous if it had happened earlier in the battle, but no danger now. Okay, 8 scrap is awful, but we got the full sector scan, which is amazing. To get this on the first jump is awesome. Now, this store is not really useful because we don't have any scrap, but we can definitely hit this store up here. Interesting. Apparently, the nebula beacons are like kind of useless. But do we jump through the ship just to get up? We might just jump through the store, though, because otherwise we have to take multiple jumps through empty beacons. I am a little bit annoyed that we're still 4 scrap short of being able to upgrade this. Yeah, now, I mean, it's a little bit less valuable to get this because we have a long-range scanner, so it's a little bit less valuable. I was kind of hoping to just go like here, over, and then to the store. So, maybe we do this. Yeah, we go through here, because then we get the nebula jump. Yeah, we'll go here, and then to the nebula, and then we'll just shoot our way up. Store will be taken over, but I'm pretty sure we may even be able to hit this store and then go around. I doubt it, but... Who knows, maybe we'll get something from an event. Okay, another store. Okay. We don't need more beams. Yeah, I mean, we can't sell anything on here. Oh well. It was that or just have nothing. Okay, this is fine. I don't mind borders if we get scrap out of it. Where are they? They're in the shield room. Okay. Hopefully not 4 borders. How many are there in there? 4 borders. Okay. Well, that's going to be fun. Just keep them busy for a minute until the oxygen starts to die down. Have fun not breathing over there on the left-hand side of the ship. Where are they? They're in the they're in the weapon room. That's whatever. They're going to the wrong side of the ship. Yeah, they're already almost dead. All right, this is over. 4 borders is nasty. Now, it would have been much worse if they had teleported over onto this side of the ship. Them starting in the shield room was made it a lot easier. Because if they start out over here, they can get access to doors, and they can get access to the cloning bay. And the good news is we actually can upgrade weapons. Yay! Alright. Now we need another power bar to be able to actually run this, but... Now we have I mean, this setup will just destroy everything for the time being. Let's let that oxygen replenish for a second. Hopefully we're over the hump now. We're not quite over the hump. What we need to do is if we can farm all these battles and get, 50, 70 scrap, that would be enough to upgrade power, get the second shield bubble, get engines to level 3 or 4. That's what we need to do. Now we just need to win these battles. We know where they are. Do we ever micro who gets the repairs and the kills? I know you can. I typically do not. I personally, so those of you who have watched me play might know, I don't really like using the teleporter that much because it's very micro intensive. So I usually do not use the teleporter, and I usually don't play the ships. I've won with every ship, but I don't really like using the teleporters just because of all the micro it entails. So I typically will not try to micro like who gets every kill. All right, we're obviously not giving up a crew member to slavers. Okay. Now the good news is we will kill these guys as soon as we get a shot off. The bad news is we still only have 1 shield bubble. So this is going to be a little bit ugly. Now here I actually do need to micro who's tanking this guy. Wait, no. Okay, that's quite bad. Oh, this is very bad if we don't actually kill this guy. Fortunately, the halberd will basically destroy this ship. Oh, are you kidding me? 1 HP? I mean, he can't get teleported back, I guess. We don't have any shields, so we can't defend against the shield bubble. Now, if this beam, if this beam hits our cloning bay, then those guys will die. Fortunately, it did not. All right. We really need to get that second shield bubble. But I needed another power bar first. Go repair this. Again, that was a pretty nasty ship. It had somebody boarding, plus it had the two-shot laser that the human player never actually gets access to. And then on top of that, it also had the beam thing. Do you usually upgrade piloting? No. I put a low priority on upgrading piloting. It's not that it's bad. Upgrading piloting is good. There's just other things that are more important that have to be upgraded first. Like right now, we need the second shield bubble very, very badly. Okay, don't walk through the lack of air room and take damage for no reason. Just like, I do like to upgrade the cloning bay to level 2, but like there's just other stuff we have to do first. Alright. Just have to farm these encounters. Get scrap. We need to get up to the 50 scrap now. Alright, this ship should not be that dangerous. It's just this missile. We have to dodge 1 missile hitting weapons. If we can do that, the battle's over. Okay, shields, not good. Alright, so we want to hit piloting, Can we get 4 rooms with this? I think we can only get 3 if we want to. I mean, like, I could get 4 if I do this, but I want to hit piloting. But see, like, just like that, they have no weapons anymore. All right, well, even though that initial missile was really, really nasty, the battle's going to be over by the time they can get their weapons back online, so it's not going to matter. Are you kidding me? Both shots missed. Well, at least they both hit on the first volley. The first volley is always the most important one. So they did 2 damage, but that's all they're going to get. Oh, wait, they have no piloting. They're dead. They literally repaired piloting an instant after I said they have no piloting. Well, guess what? They still only have 1 shield bubble, so they're still dead. Okay, 22 scrap is nice. 1 more battle now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something I rarely do. I'm going to upgrade halfway on the shield. That way, if you take 1 point of damage to the shield system, it doesn't knock the shield out. It's rarely worthwhile to do that. But since we know with 100% certainty we're upgrading shields next, we might as well just take it halfway. 1 more battle will get us the 2nd shield bubble. Again, we know where the battles are. We just need to farm this scrap. And this could be a double reward. And this ship can't really hurt us. Just have to deal with the mind control, which is not that bad. Just need to distract this guy a little bit so we can actually keep him from firing if we're very careful here. There we go. Did a little damage, but not much. Anyway, bye ship. Wow, that halberd beam is a rather good weapon, isn't it? And we got the double reward. Excellent. We do need to upgrade the power next. Because we don't have enough power to actually run the 2nd bubble. I mean, we can, but we have to lose all engines for it. So we definitely need to upgrade that. All right, as expected, we couldn't get to that store, but we can get here. We'll hit here, 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 and then we'll pop to the exit, hopefully. Because we could use a repair as well. Anyway, we might be able to get an extra crew member here. All right, this ship can't hurt us. The only thing that can hurt us is that bomb, which we do have to be aware of. But we actually don't need the 2nd shield bubble here. Let's try to dodge that. And we actually did. Not that we don't have a lot of dodges because our crew keeps dying. Are you kidding? Freaking kidding me? Freaking kidding me. I was like, the only thing that would hurt would be as if they hit the weapons. I mean, they still can't damage us long term. They'd have to hit the shields too. It's going to take forever to fix that without. I mean, it could have been worse. They could have hit shields. I'd actually rather have them hit weapons than shields here. Oh, wait, no. Even if... Actually, no. Even if they bomb shields, they'd have to hit shields again, because I have 2 shield bubbles, not 1. Just makes the battle a little bit longer. Too bad we don't have a shields guy getting shield XP here. Okay, that's not good. They've certainly been doing a good job of going after the key systems here. Are you kidding me? Both shots missed? What is with this? I thought that you could get it down to the shields from here. On the halberd beam. I guess it doesn't quite fit. Oh well. Well, if that's the case, we do want to hit weapons. Alright, there we go. What an annoying ship. Again, they will run out of missile ammunition eventually. Alright. Yes, come aboard. We got a rock man. You can go hang out in the shield room. That's good. We could definitely use another crew member. Ha! They surrendered, but they burned to death anyway. Now, of course, we didn't get any scrap for that, but it's fine. And yeah, we can jump to these beacons if we want to afterwards, because the rebels at the exit will not have... they won't have the ASB. Of course, we're going to attack the pirate. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't buy bombs. You really don't want to buy ammunition in this game. It's not a good call. You really don't want to spend on ammo. there's just not enough scrap for it. Are you freaking kidding me? Anyway, we can. I'm pretty sure this one, yeah. Good news is the halberd beam still works against ships with one shield bubble. Not as effectively, but it still works. Okay. I mean, they die on the next shot as soon as we get the halberd throw. Just need the dual lasers to take out that shield. Yeah, good luck with that. Another store, okay. I mean, this stuff would be nice, but we don't have anything like that. I think what we want to do... I think we want to take this opportunity to fix up the hull. We really do need to repair. I need more power as well, but we might as well. And we don't need to go to that store now. We need to fix the cloning bay, obviously. It's hard to set up intentional burning to death after surrender with reliability. Well, yeah, but once you've done the surrender, like, there's no gain to that. Anyway, so what we need right now is we need more power. We need, like, another power bar, and then we need to upgrade engines. And then after that, we can start looking for another weapons upgrade. But halberd plus dual lasers will carry us for quite a while. They got good weapons over there. There's no doubt about that. So we'll get the second shield bubble, at the very least. We can actually do a... Well, they're guaranteed to get one of these shots through. Although I can do some micro... Yeah, I think they just get a shot through here. It's okay. It's okay. One of their weapons will go offline here. Alright, they did depower the burst, which is the weapon we wanted to go offline. Remarkable how good of a job they've been doing at getting my weapons offline. The halberd will still be fine. Even on its own, it still does crazy damage. No, that's a terrible reward. Look, if you want to survive, give me a better surrender offer than that. The halberd just is... It's really the game's best weapon. It's just so good. So, so good. Oh, yeah, they're dead. I forgot. They have no shields and no dodge. Awesome. We need that power bar very, very badly. Off to the exit. Alright, and yeah, I mean, we know that the rebels... We can jump from here to the rebels, so like, why not? We could go here, 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 probably. There's no ASB to worry about. We have plenty of fuel, so that's not an issue. Prepare to fight. Alright, well, one halberd beam shot kills this ship, so, I mean, this is not too much to worry about here. Okay, so we just have to micro this. This will fire first. And then we start putting the shield up. Wait, I just mistimed that. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? The shot literally hit weapons. What? Why? Why? Why is the game like this? Why is it trolling me so hard today? I'm like, I'm gonna put the shield bubble down. The ion shot crashes uselessly against the hull. Then the shield goes back up to block the actual laser. Instead, I mistime it by maybe 0.3 of a second, and the ion hits weapons. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? We'll just kill him with the dual laser. Just don't hit weapons. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Probably should have just used the dual laser anyway, but one halberd shot would have killed them. Someone sold targeting software to everyone that actively targets the weapons bay. Yeah. You don't want them to, like, there's basically 3 systems, well, 4 systems. You don't want them to target weapons, shields, and then piloting and engines are like the other one that you really don't want. The scout is dead in the water, yes. Auto scouts only retreat at the start of battle. If they don't run at the start, then they never run away. Alright, cool. We can definitely go here. We can probably get both of these before the exit, too. I also want to upgrade the engine. I could have upgraded the engine. Oh, this might be a double scrap award again. I wish I'd upgraded engines. Shoot. Because here it would be nice to have the extra dodge. The second shield bubble doesn't do anything here. So once again, we have to dodge another missile. Okay, that's annoying because that means we have no dodge. But the good news is battle's already is over at this point. All right, anyway, you might as well just go farm shield XP. We don't need 2 shield bubbles. 1 is plenty here. Yeah, you guys are dead. That's not bad. And we got the double reward. Excellent. And we do need another reactor bar here. So I'd like to upgrade engines again next, and then we'll save scrap after that. I think we can get to both of these before the rebels get out. Just double checking again that does lead to the exit. Yeah, I'd love to get one of the sell your missiles events. That would be nice. Okay, well, these ended up having nothing on board, which is unfortunate. Them being in the cloning bay is actually pretty bad. It's like one of the worst spots for them to be. Because we're going to have to lose at least 1 or 2 guys here. I think the Rock can make it out. If they hadn't gone into the cloning bay, them being in the cloning bay means I have to fight them because if they damage the cloning bay, then the characters can't come back to life again. It's like the med bay, you want the enemies to beam into the med bay. That's great when they beam into the med bay. You don't want them to beam into the cloning bay. Alright, anyway. Alrighty, so no ASB to worry about. Means that fighting the rebels is a lot more viable here. We may even be able to kill them with dual lasers plus halberd, because they'll probably have 2 shield bubbles. If we get a good volley with the dual lasers, we can maybe kill them. Otherwise, we can also just try to run past them. But it was definitely worthwhile to dive past the exit here. We got a lot out of that. We got a couple more battles. So it was very worthwhile to do so. Alright, well, their weapons are pretty scary, but I think we can actually knock their weapons. The problem for them is their weapons are mistimed. This will fire first and hit our shields, and then the heavy 2 will fire and hit our shields and do nothing. So I think we can actually kill this ship. They don't have a teleporter. Because, like, they're going to fire that, but by the time they fire it, nice, that's what we wanted. Let's get their med bay just to stop any potential healing. Look at that. We can actually just straight up, like, we don't even have to, with no ASB, we can just straight up beat this ship. Even though this is, you know, a rebel ship that gets all the extra stats and everything, we're just straight up stronger than them. So we'll take our 1 fuel and move on. Get our 1 fuel for the kill. That's fine. Well, do we want to do the abandoned sector? This one you get a lot of scrap in here, but it's more dangerous. Sure, why not? We have a Lanius crew member ourselves, so that makes it a little bit easier to deal with this. All right, now there's a store. That's good. I think we go here, 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 and then over to the store. Oh, the exit's in a horrible spot. Horrible spot here. This is about as far to the left as it ever gets. But I definitely want this encounter. Hey, Mr. Raging Barbarian. / one and only Atesh. Thanks for subscribing. That's just... Why couldn't the exit beacon just be here? Terrible spot. The smog is pretty bad here. There's... Oh, well, if we got a blue option, sure. Give them missiles. Okay. Got reconstructed teleport. That's cell bait. There's apparently wildfires in Canada that are pretty bad. Why the clone? Why the effing cloning bay? Are you kidding me? It's literally the worst place they can beam into. The single worst room, and they've gone in there twice in a row now. It just means that, like, there's no way to avoid my crew dying, unfortunately. Because I cannot afford to have them destroy that system. Yeah, we have to vent the ship. So we're just going to lose, we will lose, these crew members, unfortunately. So there goes more crew XP. Alright. Annoying to lose. Again, I'd like to get the cloning bay upgraded, but there's more important stuff to upgrade first. Truth is, we really need to upgrade piloting. We are only in Sector 3, though, so we still have a lot of time to farm scrap. Like, we do have plenty of time to farm scrap. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is apparently there's some big wildfires in Canada, and it's quite smoggy and smoky. Even all the way down here in the Washington, D.C. area, there's a big health advisory for do not go outside. Try to stay indoors. Do not do strenuous activity outside. Anyway, alright. Oh, okay. Well, now we don't have to contort ourselves to get to that store. We'll just go to the northern one. Because we're going to need to get fuel, unfortunately, so... Gotta save scrap for the time being. I mean, power weapons to its attack, obviously. Okay, this ship looks hella strong. They have a missile launcher, a flak, and a burst, too. Are you kidding me? This is Sector 3, guys. This is not like Sector 5. This is Sector 3. Are you kidding me? If they do a lot of damage with this first volley, we're... Okay, they fired at weapons, too, by the way. If we hadn't dodged that, we would have been in all kinds of trouble. We only got one of the two shots through, unfortunately. Yes, this ship is a nightmare. Yes, we'll take this. And they had hit piloting, so we were not going to be able to dodge anything. Would have killed them on the next shot, but they would have done massive damage to us. I mean, that is a ridiculous ship for Sector 3. 2 shield bubbles, a burst 2, a flak 1, and a missile launcher. Like, are you kidding me? Absolutely insane ship design. Those are some of the strongest weapons in the game, all this early in the game. Okay, I guess so. We can still hit the store. We actually really did need that reactor upgrade. We have just enough fuel now. We can go here and then to the store, and we will have to purchase fuel. Yeah, look at how much weaker this ship is. 1 shield bubble, just a burst 2, and a bomb. Not trivial, but nowhere near as bad. Anyway, that reactor upgrade definitely helped, because now I have enough power to hopefully dodge some of this stuff. I would actually like to upgrade the engine again, but just not weapons. Okay, good. Their bomb didn't hit anything. We actually need to hit you immediately. We can actually stop some of these lasers from firing by hitting weapons first. Now we need to make sure we actually hit the weapons. See, they only got off 1 shot. Now that is not a good enough surrender offer, so we will deny that. And now let's get some other crew members in here to help Mr. King. By the way, this rock is available for renaming. And we'll change who's tanking this too. Alright, well, or never mind, it won't matter. Because everybody's out of there. Just one halberd beam just does so much damage to the enemy ship. It's pretty insane. I'm aware we're on 2 fuel. We're hitting a store. We're going... Oh, I wish we could jump up to there, but we can't. If we didn't have a store next door, I would have taken that, yes. Alright, now this is what we want, but there's no way we can afford that. We got the reconstructed teleport. Ah, man. Why couldn't we have just slightly more scrap? But anyway, we do need to get fuel, and we need to fix the ship. If only, right? If only. Just had a little bit more scrap. But we... Well, there's always... No, I was going to say there's always the chance we can jump back, but I don't think we can. That's okay. We probably save scrap at the moment. It's too bad these stores are right here. We will not see another store in this. I know. It would have been incredible, but it's too much scrap. 80, we couldn't really afford it. Even if we buy it, we'd have to upgrade weapons twice more to be able to use it. I guess once more because we could replace the dual laser. We just have to pause for right now. We're just going to keep farming. Again, it's only Sector 3. We've got time. At this point, I think we upgrade engines one more time. So let's do that because we're not going to see another store in this sector. Now we'll just save scrap. We've got level 4 shields, level 4 engines. Now we'll just save scrap and try to buy... Boy, by the way, this ship is very nasty too. Oh, we also need another power bubble because otherwise... Because even if we do this, we can't use our extra engines. So we will need the extra power bubble as well. All right, please don't hit weapons, please. Okay, none of that's good. Hit shields. Very nasty weapons over there, but again, one good volley can completely disable this ship. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take this because 3 fuel, we need fuel, and we didn't take out their missiles. If we had taken out their missiles, I would say no, but we didn't. So this gives us a way to avoid taking damage here. And we got fuel, which we did need. We only had... Anytime you're on single-digit fuel, you need to be cognizant of that. And then... Oh, I thought we had enough for... We need 25 to upgrade the reactor. Then as soon as we get this last power bubble, we'll just save. Because, again, we're not going to hit another store in this sector. There's only 2 in abandoned sectors. And we've already seen both of them. The good news is we are getting a decent chunk of encounters. The long-range scanners, of course, is amazing again. I hate leaving the burst 2 behind as well, but it is what it is. Again, there's no danger from the heavy 2. The issue is those bombs. If those bombs hit shields or weapons, then it could get ugly. Okay, 1 missed and 1 hit sensors, so that's not bad. And now the battle's over. Yeah, now the battle's over. Okay. Since there's no more threat, why don't you come in here? Actually, no, I want a chance to farm dodges. We can fix this after the battle's over. Alright, did not get it, but that's okay. Oops, no. No. We have enough fuel that I don't have to take an 11 scrap surrender. Alright, 21 scrap, much better. We were no longer hurting for fuel as badly. Wouldn't have been terrible to take that. If it had been like 6 fuel, I would have taken it. Oh, it's going to take you a minute to repair this. I forgot we have level 2 sensors. We also will want to upgrade the cloning bay soonish, but the important thing to do next is to get another weapon. This will carry us through Sector 4, and then it would be decent in Sector 5, but like we need to get another weapon. Because once they start, it's when they start showing up with 3 shield bubbles, then we're in trouble. They shouldn't show up with 3 for a little while yet, but the good news is we've been able to get a lot of fights. Oh, we have the allies here. Friendly ASB. Which is good, because this is another pretty nasty ship. These Lania ships definitely have some ugly stuff. It's not just that it hit the weapons, it's that they also set a fire in the weapons room too. And our halberd is useless, and like we can't do anything until we get the fire out. That's really bad. At least we have the friendly AS. Oh my god. It's a disaster. It set 4 fires. 4 fires. Are you kidding me? The halberd beam is going to decharge here as well. This is bad enough that we're going to have to vent the room. There's just nothing we can do right now. This is gonna, we can't do anything until this burns completely out. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? See, like, I knew as soon as it was 4 fires, I knew that was gonna happen. There's literally nothing we can do until the fires burn all the way out. I mean, their shields are down. Yeah, I mean, we gotta get the shields fixed first. Because that flak is gonna tear us apart. Now we gotta get weapons. The dual laser will actually wreck them here if we can even get the dual laser online. Alright, our shields are coming back up. Freaking kidding me? This is just so nasty. Just literally the very first missile hits the weapons room, sets 4 fires. It's just a disaster, and there's nothing you can do about it. There we go. Oh. I mean, they're on 1 HP. They literally are very close to killing them. It's just they did so much damage. Thank God they're dead. What a nasty, nasty... Okay, they repaired. Thankfully, we got a repair out of that. Like, what a nasty fight. Just horrible RNG. Horrendous battle RNG there. I need you to fix this hole in the hull. I don't want anyone else taking damage just by walking through there. Ugh. Thankfully, we had the friendly ASB, and they healed 8 damage we took. That was ugly stuff. We could definitely use a defensive drone here for some protection against missiles. There's been so many freaking missiles on this run. Like, sometimes in runs you don't see a lot of missiles, and this run we've been seeing non-stop missiles. We're going to have to go here, and then we just have to go to the exit, but we should have time to get here. Pretty sure the exit doesn't get swallowed up on one more jump. Alright, and then we have this, This ship can't even hurt us. We could literally sit here and farm dodges if we wanted to. I usually don't do that when playing on stream, though, because it's kind of boring. But, like, this ship literally can't even damage us. That repair definitely helped a lot. You know what? We're not even going to fire at weapons, because their weapons can't hurt us. So why fire at weapons, then? You can just farm dodges here. Yeah, without that 8 health repair, this would look much uglier. No. No, I know I need fuel, but that's still not good enough. They have to die. Alright. We didn't get fuel, but it'll be lit. No, see, even if we go here, we can't we can't die past the exit here. Yes, we would love... Oh, wait. Ah, man. Now I wish I had taken that fuel. I really wish I had taken that fuel, because we would like the reactor upgrade. But I don't think we can. We just don't have enough fuel. That sucks. That would have been really nice. That would have been 25 scrap. Oh, well. Okay, the good news is there's a store. So, and the exit's in a great spot here. So we'll jump down 1, 2, 3, 4 to the store. And then I think we can get down and around, because these are nebula encounters, so I think we can get down. Maybe we skip this one. Here, 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 and then to the store, and then east. And then we narrowly can slip through. Halberd Beam is very good against Zoltan Shields, true. You never want to pull the ship in closer, because you can lose a crew member with no chance of getting them back. Dang it. Why does it have to have encounters down there? But if we go here, we never get to the store, and we have to get to the store because we're almost out of fuel. Hopefully we can get some good stuff. Alright, this ship has forgotten to bring any shields, so one halberd shot kills them. Great. They needed all their shots to get through to damage us, but they all did. Having 33 scrap is pretty nice. Have to make sure we get to that store. We're going to get to the store with 1 fuel, so... Alright, now this ship is definitely harder, but it still can't hurt us. It still can't hurt us. They have 3 beams, but only 1 laser, so... We don't have to focus on their defenses, or on their weapons. We can just go for their defenses. Try to speed things up a little bit. We have not gotten a lot of faster shield charge. Our weapons are almost fully charged, and we have piloting upgraded. We have engines almost upgraded. Again, we could sit here and farm dodges if we wanted to, but let's just kill the ship. If they had 1 more shot, that would be very dangerous. All right, that was a great result. We got 3 fuel and we got a bunch of scrap. All right, let's see. We can definitely get something here. We can get a system or a weapon. I'm down with heavy laser. Heavy laser actually makes our volley a lot stronger. I'm down for that. We'll get this. The cloaking is too expensive this early in the game. Get that. Get the backup battery. And then we're going to fix up the hull, get a little more fuel. Now we need to now we need to upgrade our weapons again. So now we'll upgrade weapons next. And we try to get a 3-power weapon for the last slot. This just gives you some free scrap. Another breach too. I mean, I have a lot of ammo, so in theory I could do that. All right, this battle is it's just the bomb. Their chain laser can't hurt us. It's just the bomb. Fortunately, they didn't even bother charging it up. Anyway, they're very dead off this. I mean, they're still technically alive, but like, come on. Okay, well, I'm glad it wasn't a closer battle because ionizing piloting is pretty bad. We need 20 seconds where we can't dodge any shots whatsoever. Good thing they're dead already. 35 scrap, though, is outstanding. So now we don't really need to upgrade the reactor for a while. We actually have more power than we need. Or we can take... Actually, what we can do is we can take power out and put it in this heavy laser. Do we even have to do that? There we go. Excellent. Here we go. So now we can back up battery and we have full dodge. And this sector, as I said, the layout for this sector is great. Okay, that's a lot of stuff over there, but not too bad overall. Give us the extra dodge. I don't think they can get... The only thing that can actually deal damage is the pike beam. I don't think they can get through our shields in time for that to... Okay, well that was not the best initial volley. But we got their pike beam, and that's, again, the only thing that can actually deal damage, so... Which is good, because their ion cascade is actually getting through our shields here. Oh man, okay. Their defensive drone 2 has been shooting down our stuff. I guess so normally what you want to do is fire the dual lasers first, then the heavy laser like a second behind. But I think it's actually letting the defensive drone 2 shoot down a dual laser shot and a heavy laser shot. So I'm just going to fire them all at the same time. In the hopes that that gets through a little bit better. Alright. No, I can hit all of these. I just have to draw the line properly. I did it before. There we go. There we go. I guess it didn't matter. I killed them anyway. Hey, the 2 fuel's nice. 20 scrap's good too. Now we go back to saving scrap. We'll get either the 3rd shield bubble next, or we'll look for another weapon upgrade or a system upgrade. But again, we've got long-range scanners, so we know exactly where we need to go on each jump. Alright, this is annoying. Oh, the 3rd shield bubble. Well, You don't usually see the third shield bubble till Sector 5. Interesting we've got it in Sector 4 here. Let's keep those guys locked down for the moment. Just for a second. Oh, get in there. Okay, and then you go back to the piloting room. Just needed you to get there before. I just wanted to buy enough time for that room to fill up with. I want to get door controls here. Again, we just fire all the shots at the same time. Well, if they just ionize shields, that's actually pretty bad. We need evasion here. Okay, nice, and we got it. Alright, those things... Oh. You know, that would have been a good time to use the backup battery, folks. I kind of forgot I had that. A little surprised they haven't pulled their dudes back yet. Like with their teleporter. Oh wait, they don't have a teleporter. That was a pre-battle event, that's why. That's why they didn't pull them back. It was a pre-battle event. My bad. I was like, why aren't they pulling these guys back with the teleporter? Good reward, though. 3 fuel and 22 scrap is nice. Yeah, so that battle would have been a lot easier without the 2 Mantis running around on board. Hey, got another battle. I'm just going to let the oxygen replenish a little bit. And I would like to upgrade the cloning bay soon, too. Because the default cloning bay, basically what I found from playing this game is that the level 1 cloning bay that gives back 8 HP per jump, it's not enough to keep your guys at full health. But once you upgrade it to level 2 with 16 HP, that's usually enough to keep your guys healthy. Because even if they go down to like 11 HP, once you upgrade it, they heal back in like 4 jumps. And that 4 or 5, and that's usually enough. Okay, just making sure we're not completely trapped down here. We'll probably go here up to distress, but we'll see. At least we're doing decently enough on fuel. Okay, burst 3. Hopefully we can knock out their weapons before that burst 3 fires. It's mostly we just gotta dodge this stupid missile. We have seen so many missiles on this run, I swear. Don't hit weapons. Okay, shields are not good, but again, if we can take out their weapons before... Yeah, hopefully this just knocks their weapons out completely. Everything except the darn missile. Okay, well, our next volley kills them. The fire may actually take out that missile anyway. Okay, good. The fire took it out. Stupid missiles. Where my kingdom for a defensive drone. Yes. All right, now we need to get a drone system. We get a drone system. If we have 22 drone parts. If we get a drone system, that can just heal us to full no matter what. That would be nice, but then we're stuck down there. This does take us up towards the exit, so I think we can go here and then back to there. Yeah, we should take the encounter. Will they explode? 3 shield bubbles again, dang. Anyway, we just need 1 volley and then their shields will be down. 3 shield bubbles. Again, a lot for sector. Actually, you know what we can do? We don't have to fire the halberd here. I think we can use the heavy to take out that last... Okay, the good news is their flak missed. Alright, their Zoltan shield's down. There we go. I'll fire on with this. Let's hit their shields. Shields down to weapons. Oh, not bad. Okay, their flak ended up not hitting. So we actually maxed out piloting on Butters, and then Red Shirt is actually relatively close as well. Kind of a nasty ship, because it just had... Without the Zoltan shield, it would have been a lot less. But with the Zoltan shield, it was pretty ugly. Okay, now they're going to get a shield bubble up in a second. So we're just going to hit weapons first. Okay, that's not an amazing scrap reward, but okay. Oh, we get another battle. Excellent. And then I think we can get there as well, and then to the exit. We won't be able to get to that one, but... This has been a pretty good sector overall. Alright, the asteroids will take out their Zoltan shield. And then we'll just fire as soon as the asteroids have done their job. Yeah, actually, you know what? Here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so now we just destroy their ship. You'd think I'd be better at drawing the lines after this much time. Alright, well. One Zoltan beam. That's all it takes. Or one halberd beam, and that's all it takes. So we've saved it. Oh, there's a store! Sector 4, I love you. I love you, Sector 4. And we'll just buy the drone control here. Now, you could say scrap recovery arm, but scrap recovery arm, I've described this before. It's a win more condition. If you're already winning a run, you win it even harder, but it doesn't really do anything to turn runs around. We need to get the drone control, even though it doesn't have a defensive drone, which kind of sucks. We need to put this hull repair drone in use. Sell that. And so now we never need to really spend to repair again. We can just hull repair drone. Have to get the drone control here. It's too good. And now we go back to saving. Okay, that was a bad result. We only got the 3. But we're in pretty good shape here. Alright, now to the exit. Now we need to save for another weapon. Either a weapon or the next shield bubble, one of the two. Attack the slaver scum. This is great. We might even get another crew member here. Yet another ship. Wow. This is like the 4th ship with 3 shield bubbles. We are in Sector 4, right? This is not Sector 5. Just kind of wild that we have that many of them here in this early sector. They usually do not show up with that extra shield bubble until Sector 5. Alright, the good news is they don't appear to have much in the way of evade. Alright, well, we took out their missiles, so that's the end of this fight. How much shields? We don't have much shield experience yet. One of the... Yeah, they can roll with 5 shield bubbles, even though it's not legal for the player to have that. The AI can sometimes roll it. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah, you just go ahead, try to run. Alright, 40 scrap. That's really good. That's a lot of scrap. Alright, Rebel, we're strong enough. Let's go do the Rebel one. This is lots of fights, lots of scrap. Only 1 store, potentially, but we can upgrade our... We can definitely upgrade our ship. Alright, let's go here, because we get the Nebula stuff. And then we'll head down. Exit's in a decent spot. I don't like that there's all these beacons up here that are isolated, though. Actually, you know what? Let's get this. And then we'll go here, and then go up to the north. Let's get this fight first. If we could get the sensor station, that would be awesome. Because then we'd get a full sector scan on the very first jump, which is... We already got that in Sector 3. Just don't hit weapons, please. Alright. We'll use that power to run the hull repair drone. At least their halberd beam can't do anything here. Fix up a little bit of this damage. Oh, we might as well start charging the dual laser. We'll fire the dual laser as soon as it's charged. Alright. Same thing. Fortunately, we have that about like near infinite healing capacity right now. I mean, we just need 1 shot to get through and this battle's over. Literally the battle is over as soon as we get 1 shot through. Okay, we got the full sector scan, so that was worthwhile. Even with the annoying even with the annoying damage we took, it's still worthwhile. I mean, I have 21 drones here. Like, I'm not exactly scared. I've got 21 drones here. Alright. Alright, so, as you'd expect, lots of encounters. There's 1 store. Yeah, we want to get up here. We want to go up here and get these nebula encounters. Go to the store, convenience store, and then down here, and we pop through all of these. We can get a great path through this sector. The distress we don't go to, Because we want to get up here and hit all of these, and then to the store. We're going to get a great path in. We'll have it. We won't run out of fuel. We will hit that store before we run out of fuel. Nothing there. All right, why the cloning bay? I actually need to get some more crew. Also, this ship looks ridiculously strong. Again, this is freaking Sector 5. This is not Sector 7. What the heck? There's 3 guys beaming in, a burst 2, a heavy 2, and a laser. Are you freaking kidding me? What WTF is this? Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Probably bad engines piloting whatnot, but like they have a med bay, they have a teleporter. They're gonna teleport 2 more guys over to my ship. Like what the F is this? This is very, very nasty. I've got 5 guys over here. Like, I gotta run over to the piloting room as soon as they... Better get a good first volley here. So that we have some actual dodge. Probably gonna get the sensors. I don't really care about the sensors going down. But, like, if this heavy laser crashes in, it's gonna be ugly. Three shield beams. Okay. We took out the heavy laser, but that's it. This is very ugly. Okay, well, we just lost door control, which is not great. Wait, why are they firing on the cloning bay? They should be leaving the room. There we go. Okay, thank God. Thank God they all ran out of there. Now the bad news is they're gonna run to the weapons room. Oh, this is not good. I can't vent the doors because they damaged the doors, so I can't vent the weapon room. They're gonna run in there and take out the weapons. Yeah, I need to run in here and stop that from happening. The good news is one more. Okay, the good news is one more, and they just took out oxygen as well. This is a lot. 5 boarders on the ship this early is not good. Okay, the good news is this volley should kill their ship. Yeah, I need the fuel. What a nasty fight that was. Let's get the oxygen online. What a nasty fight that was. Anyway. Mr. Hull Repair, you can solve our problems, Mr. Hull Repair. Good thing we have infinite drones here. I do feel like, I don't think it's just I haven't played FTL in a while. I think that these really have been some unusually nasty ship designs I've been going up against. If I didn't have, like, if I did not have really strong weapons, I would have been dead, like, very, very easily on this run. It's only because I found that halberd beam. Like, can you imagine if I did not have really strong weapons? This would have been so ugly. But just, like, ship after ship after ship has just deadly weapons over and over again. Yeah, okay. I'm glad that chat is also, like, yeah, these are legitimately nasty ships. Again, I know I haven't played FTL in a while. I'm sure I'm rusty in a bunch of ways, but I don't think I'm being crazy here. I legit think that these ships are unusually deadly. Anyway, okay. Now, do we want to risk going here? There's nothing showing, but I think it's basically always worthwhile to visit nebulas. And if nothing else, we get a tiny heal on our guys. God, I'm like, well, it's always worthwhile to visit these immediate enemies jumping in the ship. Oh well, anyway. Can fight them for a little bit while the place vents. So this is just a wasted jump again. Oh, wow. So we got nothing from going here. Every time we visit a nebula, we've got an aborting event. Maybe some shield. I mean, the biggest thing that would help with that would be upgrading the doors. I mean, sure, getting another shield bubble would be nice. The thing is, there's a store right here. We don't want to spend to upgrade the ship until we can see what's at the store. And this is the only store in the sector. So we want to have as much scrap as possible before we visit this store, because if there's a defensive drone, that would help us out a ton. If there's a good 3-power weapon, that would help us out a ton. If there's hacking for sale, that would make our life infinitely easier, because then against tough ships, we just hack, and we guarantee get our initial dual laser plus heavy laser burst to hit. So we just don't want to spend on getting the 3rd shield bubble until we can see what's at this store. And then ideally we spend all our scrap at the store, then we farm up scrap at the back end of the sector, and that's when we get the 3rd shield bubble. But it's a really good question. It's the kind of thing you want to be thinking about. Is like, when do I spend my scrap? What do I spend my scrap on is always super important. Anyway, of course we attack the ship. Okay, cool. They have a... what's this called again? The Vulcan, which is great if you can get it spun all the way up, but it takes so long to spin up. The odds are extremely high that we'll be able to knock it out before it gets spun up. Let's make sure you can't clone. Yeah, see, that thing just never does anything. I'll take the 5 fuel, just so I don't have to worry about fuel. Otherwise, I would have had to buy some at this store. All right, let's go here, because it's still in the nebula, and then we'll pop to the store. Prepare to fight, obviously. Okay, now we can't run all of this stuff. Do I want... I think I'll pull the halberd beam out for right now. Oh, that thing is very annoying. Okay. Oh, we actually did not... Oh, great. Of course it hit... Of course it was shooting for the shields anyway. Are you kidding me? This is a fire drone. It sets fires on the hull, which is annoying, but at least it doesn't directly do damage. I just need one more shot to knock this thing out. There we go. Alright, that's good. Okay. Took that out. We do have to deal with the... How about you come deal with the fires in here, hopefully. So hopefully the battle is over now. I don't think they can actually deal damage anymore. We have to hit shields. Fortunately, the rocks are immune to fire. There's a fire in the backup battery room, though, so we have to take care of that. But did I forget to use the backup battery? Yeah, that might have been good to put on the... Might have been good to use the backup battery here. That would have been a bit helpful. I think we still managed it without much trouble, but... Backup battery would have been a good idea to use here. Anyway, 40 scrap is certainly nice. I mean, we didn't really take that. Oh, whoops. It would be a good idea to close the doors in there. And let the oxygen replenish. Yeah, some of these last couple battles were much easier. Alright, we got like a gajillion scrap to spend now, so show me something good. Hacking is good. Rest of this stuff is not. It's actually a pretty bad shop overall, but hacking is great, so we'll take hacking. And now that we know there's not going to be another store, we will look to upgrade our shields. We'll get the 3rd shield bubble. Yeah, let's just do that now. Okay, so this is the only beacon that connects over to there. So we actually need to hit here first, I think. Well, yeah, I think we have to go here first. And then every single beacon from then on out will take us... Every single beacon from then on out is an encounter. Hacking is probably the best system. Hacking was not in the game originally, but they added it. They definitely made it overpowered. I think we go here, here, and then we get as many of these as we can before the end. They definitely made it a little too strong. Yeah, we should use a hacking drone here. Oh, they have a shield drone too. Okay, yeah, this is a nasty ship. That is so cheesy to do that, but I still do it every time. We actually don't need all these shield bubbles. We only need one. They only have one laser over there, so. Ha, we actually dodged it. Cool. Alright. All our shots are just going to crash against their defenses here, so. We actually want to make sure we take out the shields. And we want that shield drone to be offline. Did not actually get it offline, but we hit their shield, so that's good. Ugh. This ship has so many defenses. Pretty nasty. There we go, that's what we needed. I'm not convinced, so I would normally not take this surrender, but I'm not convinced I can stop them from jumping away. Because they're going to have their engines charging, and they're not going to die from this beam. So I'm going to take this because I'm not sure I can stop them from getting away. And I don't want them to get away, obviously. Normally I wouldn't take that, but, well, you heard me explain why. I was worried they're just going to jump away and I wouldn't get anything. Okay, the mind control is a little annoying. We have got plenty of drones. We can use a hacking drone here just for safety's sake. Also, why are you not in that engine? Why are you in the wrong room there? That should be sufficient. All right. Just barely in time. Alright, well that does it for this battle. Just needed the one halberd shot. Yeah, mostly I hack the piloting to guarantee the shots hit, but hacking enemy weapons is very effective as well. Weapon hacks are nasty. Alright, 30 scrap. Again, we're just saving. We do need another weapon. We're basically saving for another weapon. Because we have hacking, we're good for the time being. When the fourth shield bubble turns up, though, it'll be a little dicey. We do need one more weapon here. A burst 2 would be obviously awesome. A flak would be fine. More mind control. Jeez, another... Apparently every ship just wants to have 3 shield bubbles. I mean, now that we're in Sector 5, it's not that uncommon, but still. Wait, oh, did our... Apparently an asteroid hit our... Apparently the asteroid hit our hacking drone and killed it. Actually, serious stuff, I'm pulling power out of the weapons to give me some more dodge here. There's some nasty stuff coming our way. Alright, now the battle's over, of course, but it was, as I said, ugly enough that I actually depowered the weapons to get a little more dodge chance there. This is kind of an ugly ship here. We could obviously sit here and farm shield recharges, but I'm not going to do that. That would be extremely boring. Alright. We're just continuing to farm more scrap, which is what we want. And we want to be... Ideally, we'd be over... I have no oxygen running right now. Ideally, we'd be over 150 so we could get cloaking if it would pop up in a store. Three again. I actually don't think this ship can really hurt us, though. Wait, what? Oh, they hacked my hacking, of course. They hacked my hacking. Okay. That's actually one of the less dangerous systems to have them hit, because it only affects when I'm actually using the hack. I don't think they can actually hurt me here. Yeah, they would have to have both shots hit and the hover beam fire at the same time, which generally doesn't happen. But don't mess around with the auto scouts; they're pretty dangerous. Just use hacking. We have 19 hacking drones. That's plenty. Don't mess around. Just get a good first volley. And now the ship's crippled and can't do anything, so we're fine. We're probably not even going to have 19 more battles before the end of the game at this point. So, there we go. Every shot hits because we hit the we hit piloting on the first volley. All right, 42 scrap. We even got our drone part back. Now we can go here, but then we have to fight the rebels at the exit. I don't have cloaking, so let's just not bother. I don't want something bad to happen. Actually, 27 scrap for a crew member. We're low on crew. This is a good deal. I'll actually do this. Normally I wouldn't, but normally I don't like to spend scrap on crew, but like this is a good deal. We could use another crew member because we're low on crew. So I think that's actually worthwhile for a little change of pace. Normally I wouldn't do that, but pirates, you can also get more crew members in pirate sectors. Lots of fights in pirate sectors. And sure enough. Alright. Exit's in a bad spot, unfortunately. There's a good chance we're diving past the exit on this one. Let's start up here, and then we'll go here, and then we'll work our way across. We're definitely looking for stores. No, we're not paying scrap. You give us scrap. I don't give you scrap. Be real. If they stack up enough ion damage, this can start to get dangerous, but... So we're just going to make sure our first volley hits. If they time this correct, the most dangerous would be 2 shots fired, I think. Which is exactly what they did. Okay. Could have been worse. I would like to hit piloting, but it's most important to hit weapons, so... Alright. Yeah, they can keep their heavy to a powered. It doesn't do anything. On its own, it doesn't do a darn thing, because we have 3 shield bubbles. Next, we actually want to target the other side of their ship, because we want to make sure that they don't run away successfully. Yeah, drone parts, scrap. I could use the fuel. Taking a lot of surrender offers on this run, but... Okay, you know what? Screw that. We'll just screw the sun encounter. We'll just take this and loop down from here. The more crew you have, the more the game gives you. This one, we're 100% I mean, we're just hacking every battle at this point. If it's 3 shield bubbles, we're hacking it. Missiles are nasty. Even though we can repair damage with hull drones, if they hit weapons, then then it's ugly. Okay, let's get some dodge chance, shall we? We actually could upgrade the reactor. I'm just trying to see another store before I... spend money on upgrades again. Alright. Can we hit... Yeah, we can hit piloting, weapons, piloting, and shields. Done. Unfortunately, we did not take their weapon offline, so let's get as much dodge chance as we can here. 40%. Decent odds to dodge. This is like a hull missile or something. This isn't... Okay, yeah, that's not great. Why don't you go repair that? Not ideal. Good news is our next volley is guaranteed to hit if they can't get piloting repaired. Yeah, you're dead. No. I don't take surrender offers that look like that. That's much better. What we got in terms of killing them was a lot better than the surrender offer. There's a store. Perfect. We'll farm scrap and we'll head to the store, and then we'll probably dink around down here. Again, long-range scanners just make the game so much easier because you can actually see where the battles are. Oh, hey, guess what we're going to do? We're going to hack again. We've been sitting around the 20 drone parts. Oh, they hacked my hacking again. Okay. Oh, no, what are you doing in there? Get out of that room. What are you doing up there? You're just dying for lack of oxygen. Alright. Unfortunately, we do need the 3 shield bubbles. We can't take them down. Are you kidding me? Oh, never mind. Oh, well, that's also not great, because it means I can't use hacking. I actually think I'm going to repair that and then fire, so I can use my hacking. I can do it pretty fast. I just want to make sure this first volley does a lot. Okay. Because these auto scouts are so good at dodging if you don't. Okay, good. We took out the missiles. The bad news is they do have the double chain lasers, which are going to start spinning up. So that's a little annoying. Anyway, you go fix that. See, these things, every time they fire faster. We just need to knock one of them offline. Yeah, they have 4 shots. They need all 4 to hit to get a point of damage through, but they will start firing very quickly. Alright, good. Now the battle's over. Now they can't get damage through. And they have no evasion left. But you'll see how fast this thing starts firing. For that matter, we don't need 3 shield bubbles. They can only fire 2 shots. Alright. Kind of an ugly little ship there. Alright, well, we got a second here. I will mention again, Mikhail, King, and Trico are all available for renaming. We haven't had a lot of suggestions for names today, which is fine. Might as well keep repairing up the damage while we've got a minute here. We have plenty of hull drones. Even with all the hacking I've been doing, we have plenty of hull drones. So I'm kind of hoping that cloaking will be available. I would kind of like to get cloaking and another weapon at this store that's upcoming, just because I have so much scrap. Oh, can we actually get here? But then we have to do 2... I don't really want to go to 2 sun encounters. I don't really want to go to double suns. The suns can be problematic. Of course, we're not paying a toll. Yeah. Wait, did they kill it? I thought the depowering trick stopped that. Dang. They're not messing around over there. What the heck? Okay. Apparently the game is like, no, hacking will not succeed. I don't got endless ones of these to fire off. Mountain King for King. It won't fit, but I can put in as much as will fit. Oh, nice. Thank you for the piloting there, Butters. Well, there goes the backup battery, but... that should kill them, though. Oh my god, they're still alive. They're gonna get to fire more shots at me. No, I want them to die. I realize they have 1 HP, which is like... are you kidding me? But... we don't need shield bubbles at all here. I realize that they're probably going to get another shot through, but... there we go. I just wanted them to die. I was annoyed by this ship. Hey! Pegasus missile. Something to sell. I'm glad I turned that down. Alright, so... Mountain King. It's only going to show the first half of that, but we know it stands for Mountain King. It will display the same way either way, whether it's Mountain King or Mountain, so we'll just leave it that way. Pegasus missile is one of the highest damaging missiles in the game, but it is very slow to charge. 20-second charge timer. Also, yeah, it's shield piercing as all missiles are. 20-second charge up time. It's not a great weapon, but no missiles are really great weapons. Alright, let's go to the store and then let's dive down here. As I said, we're probably going to have to dive past the... 240 should be enough scrap to get just about anything we want. It's a lot of scrap. We have 52 missiles. No, we're not. The goal is to replace this. Okay. There's a defensive 2 drone, which kind of sucks. There is cloaking here. There's no weapons, which is bad. But so this, we should have enough to get cloaking and the defensive drone too. So we have really good defensive systems now, but we do need to get weapons. I suppose we could have technically gone explosive replicator and tried to use that. Now we are gonna have to. Well, we're gonna need more power for all this stuff, aren't we? We do need to upgrade the defensive drone controls, or else we can't use that. See, there's an encounter here, but we're gonna have to come back up this way to get to the exit. So we have to head down here for right now. I think we have to upgrade the drones, which fortunately is only 20 scrap, so we can actually use that defensive drone. Still need another weapon, though. We had a lot of stores that didn't upgrade the oxygen. Okay, cool. We've had a lot of stores that didn't actually have anything for sale. Okay, we're not sending a crew member over. Oh, dear God. Okay. Well, here's the good news. We have cloaking now. So they're going to fire a lot of this stuff at once, and then we can cloak through it. It literally failed to shoot. Okay. It literally failed to shoot down the missile. So what that means is it's cloaking time. Cloaking is rather good. Another ugly enemy ship here. Good news is this ship can be hit by a lot of stuff. Okay. What's this? Is this a missile incoming? No, just an ion shot. All right. Oh no, I can't power the defensive drone. I don't have enough power. Oh well. Okay. Screw you, game. Problem is, we're gonna need that extra. We're gonna need that shield bubble. Like them having the cloaking over there. This is a nasty. Okay, they just shot down our defensive drone anyway. It's a nasty ship over there. I'm not putting another drone up. This is an ugly enemy ship. Okay, thankfully that one we dodged. All right. We'll take another crew member, because we are still... we definitely use an NG. NG crew members are great. Alright, oxygen. Let's get oxygen back in the ship. I think we might need a little more reactor power. I'm just always hesitant to spend scrap when you might see a store at the beginning of the next sector. But I actually think we do need more reactor power here, because we're running a little low on everything. You can stay in the sensor room. Okay. Yeah, the defensive drone 2 was not super handy there. Again, part of the problem is just the fact that it eats up 3... The defensive drone 1 is better than the defensive drone 2. I think people who have played this game know that. Okay, we would have gotten more scrap for just... Oh, there's another store back there. Okay. Now I wish I hadn't upgraded that. Well, that's fine. We'll go here. And we'll jump over there, and we'll hit the rebels. I mean, we have cloaking, so hitting the rebels at the exit is not a big deal. We can cloak past the ASB. So now that we have somebody in this room, we can actually see the charge up times for the enemy weapons, which is great if you're unfamiliar with the game, but is not that amazing for me, because as I said, I played the game so much. I usually know when they're going to fire anyway. So this is where we check to see if we have to cloak or not. Nope, we're good. If those projectiles had started hitting, we would have cloaked there, but they didn't hit, so we're good. Wait, how did we... I was like, what just happened? They apparently ionized my hacking in the middle of the shots firing, so then the hack wore off and... it did not actually guarantee the hit. Or they hit the backup battery, and I was running the hack off backup battery power. At least we're getting some shield XP here. We almost have the next level of that. Should be okay here. Unless this flak projectile does a lot. No, that's garbage. They actually resisted like a whole bunch of shots there. Rock holes have a chance to resist taking damage. And they just resisted a whole bunch there. Killed by an asteroid. 43 scrap is very nice. That's a big reward. Now we can potentially buy something here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go exit, then here, then here. No, I can't do that, because then I'd have to fight the rebels twice. I'll go here and then to the store, and then we'll jump back here, and hopefully we don't have to fight the rebels twice. I think we can get by with only fighting them once. We could delay the rebels, but no, we want scrap. We're trying to gain scrap, not lose it here. Alright, you hacked my sensors. I think we can deal with that. I actually think we don't need to hack for this battle. Famous last words, I know, but we can cloak past the missile. Okay, let's see, so... Of course, we missed 2 of the 3 shots. It's like, of course we missed 2 of the 3 shots, but they shouldn't really be able to damage us at this point. Even though they hit 3 of the 4 shots. Okay, or we can just keep missing every shot, apparently. 6 fuel is pretty good. 6 fuel is pretty good. That way we don't have to worry about fuel again for like the rest of the run. And this does give us enough scrap to buy basically anything. There are no weapons that cost more than 90, if I remember correctly. So we can buy anything that's here if it's a weapon. Burst 2. Burst 1 works. Not amazing, but it works. Then we can potentially look to replace the heavy laser. But this works. Just gives us more total shots. We'll upgrade weapons next. We are gonna have to hit the rebels twice. Shoot, I could have gone here and gotten a better encounter there. All right, well, in that case we have to upgrade. In that case we have to upgrade the engines. Okay, we have cloaking. We have level 5 engines. We can do this. We're probably just gonna depower the weapons. We have to get past the rebels twice. I did not think they would take over this beacon, but apparently they did. Okay, we're saved! Double Vulcans is not a threat. Okay. And that could be worse as well. It's not really where I wanted them to beam into, but it'll do. They apparently want to teleport another person in. Okay. Well, that's less than great. I don't love this. I don't love this, that there's this... No. I hate it when this happens. Accidentally grab the wrong guys. I think... No. There we go. Cool, and they brought 2 of them back. Let's deal with this guy. Alright, and we're out. Alright. This one's a little bit more dangerous, but I think we'll still be okay. It's mostly just this. At least this one we don't have teleporter shenanigans to worry about. It's just largely this missile. I'll put up a defensive drone to shoot it down. Just because I don't want a key system getting hit. There we go. Oh yeah, I can actually shoot down the actual shots too, I forgot. It actually did fire at the missile, so that's good. Part of the reason why you don't like the defensive drone too is it takes up more power, and it often wastes its time shooting at things that are lasers that would just hit the shields anyway. Alright, now's about time to cloak. There we go. Look at that. Now the ASB does not fire at exactly the same time every time. There is some randomness to when it fires. We kind of don't really need to hit stores, so let's go to Mantis and farm up more scrap. Like, if we needed, like, cloaking or another key system, I'd say let's go to a place, a civilian, where there's more stores, but... Yeah, getting all those Vulcans was nice. The Vulcan's just not a good weapon. So, we wouldn't mind replacing the heavy laser, but honestly, this setup is good enough to beat the flagship. Burst plus dual lasers pops the 4 shield bubbles. Heavy laser fires in to damage the system, and halberd beam cuts across. We could upgrade this, though. We could definitely do better here. So the next thing we do is upgrade weapons to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to upgrade to level 7. So we definitely have more scrap to farm here in Sector 7. But since it's a Mantis sector, there should be a lot of fights here. Alright, there's a northern path and a southern path. We'll go to the one encounter we can see. Oh, it's an auto... Oh, wow. The full shield bubbles. Okay. Great. The full 4 shield. Very... like, this is like the first place we can hit 4 shield bubbles, and we do. Alright. Hacking... Oh, shoot. I mistimed that, unfortunately. Alright, well, we took out their piloting, so that's not bad. And we got a little weapons damage. We still have cloaking if, like, a whole bunch of shots look like they're going to smack into us. The good news is this next volley is guaranteed to hit because we took out their piloting. Dang. So they have level 9 shields. Because I damaged the shields and they still have 4 bubbles up. That's level 9 shields. Which is not something that the player can get. Definitely need that burst laser in play. We need another, we need that for sure. Well, at least we're getting a lot of shield XP here. We already have the maxed out piloting and weapons. We're getting shield XP, though. So that's something, I guess. Huh. Empty. Well, let's go here where we can see a whole bunch of beacons. Because this only leads us to a single pathway. Again, Mantis sectors tend to have lots of encounters, so... Yeah, that's more like it. Now, it's unfortunate the store is there. I don't really want to hit a store right now. Because what I really just want to do is farm scrap. I don't really want to, like, spend... I don't have anything to sell, do I? No, I have nothing to sell. I just need to farm... I don't need to buy anything either. I just need to farm scrap. Okay, hacking cloaking is a little annoying. Note that our supply of drones is slowly running down, but I think we'll have enough to finish the game. I should be able to cloak past this missile, I think. I think it runs out. There, yeah, it ran out, fortunately. We also can put down a shield bubble for a little bit more evasion. There we go. I didn't want to use a defensive drone there. Alright, we actually took out their most dangerous weapon, the missile launcher. Okay, so we should be good now. Again, using backup battery power for the cloaking and the hacking, so when it runs out, we're not missing anything. We also took their piloting offline there, so that's nice too. No more evasion for them. Alright, one more volley will do it. Interesting that we went to the Mantis sector, but we've just been getting auto scouts so far. No actual Mantises. That'll kill him. Nice. 50 scrap is excellent. So, weapons. So now we'll depower the heavy laser in favor of the burst laser. And we need to upgrade reactor power, don't we? Okay, yeah, we need the... we can't really run this ship without that. Alright. Just keep going to those encounters. So now we have an extra shot. Not weapons. Pilot. Where's piloting? Oh my god, okay. At least they're teleporting into a vacuum that has no... Like, at least there's no air in there. And this ship is very vulnerable to being a halberd beamed. Oh, did I miss piloting? Oh, I did. I missed piloting there. Shoot. Oh, well. So they're going to fire this. Now, they don't have any lasers left, so we can use the cloaking to dodge this. There we go. It's kind of annoying, but... There we go. We can kill that guy without too much trouble. Alright. Now we just have to deal with this Mantis who's hanging out on board. You're full health. Maybe you can deal with this guy. No, no. I hate it when that happens. No, I did not. I did not tell you to move in there. Just let him enjoy not breathing for a little while. Seriously? Come on. Where's the oxygen depletion? There it is. Alright. At least now we have level 2 oxygen, so we can get that replenished. Alright. And we need to upgrade weapons, but we need another power bar first. I feel like I'm low on scrap in this run. I'm not sure exactly why. I guess maybe I did take a decent number of surrender offers, but I still feel like I'm lower on scrap than I'd want to be. Okay, oh well, this is a dead end. The pathing in this sector kind of sucks. Like a lot of dead ends that don't go anywhere. You're in bed, you mentioned another stream where you hear spiders walking around. No, we already have upgraded oxygen, we don't need more. Other countries not have big enough insects to be heard. Oh, we have the cloning base, so we can do the giant alien spiders. Okay, well, we still got the bad result. I was like, we have the cloning bay. We still got the giant alien spiders, killed them. I feel like we're a little low on scrap, though, because like, we still need to get the upgraded... We're still upgrading our weapons. And we still need to upgrade to the force shield bubble as well. And I guess the one saving grace is we've got the hull drones, so we can just patch up any damage we take. Alright, well now they're not going to run away. Let's see if we have to cloak. The answer is yes, yes we do, because the first shots both hit. So the answer was yes, we did have to cloak there. Hopefully this thing is dead before it fires again. Alright, it's dead. That's it? Only 23 scrap? That's not great for this stage of the game. For Sector 7, that's not a good scrap board at all. They have a lot of guns over there. Okay, 2 Mantis' boarding is not a joke at all. Might have to send someone to keep them busy for a second. You. NG, have fun. Just keep them busy, distracted for a second while the oxygen runs out. Alright. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this right now. At least that bomb missed. Okay. At least this ship is like super vulnerable to getting bombed. Okay. There we go. Okay, you come over and fix the hacking. Once we shut the doors. And get oh, that's right. We gotta get oxygen back online. Well, piloting getting tagged is not great. At least we're repairing that. Are you kidding me? They teleported into the piloting room. Are you kidding me? I mean, we can kill their ship here, but like... Great. Alright, okay. Well, now it's an all-hands-on-deck situation to get out of here. I just want to get out of here. Like, kill these guys and get out of here. Before the, solar flare goes off again. Everybody get back to your spots. Let's get out of here. Let's see what's up here in this direction. We got out before the fire. Okay. We better make sure we have our stuff powered up. This is good. We need this battle, though. Are you kidding? More people boarding? Jeez. A lot of boarders here. Okay. We definitely don't want a Flak 2 and a Burst 3 firing. Oh, they're both gonna fire? Okay, well let me just say I'm glad I have cloaking. I need this thing to fire. There it is. Okay. Unfortunately, we only have 92% evasion because we don't have a guy in the engine room. That could have been a lot worse, though. Thank goodness we had cloaking. Thank goodness we had cloaking there. Also, our weapons are apparently recharged. Alright, they still have the Flak 2. These are some ugly enemy ships. Fortunately, they're no longer trying to run away, and that Flak 2 does take absolutely forever to fire. We can hack to make sure all our shots hit. And just kill you before you get to fire again. Okay. Alright. 62 more scrap. That's good. Alright. Upgrade the weapons. Enough power to run that. Now we can bring the heavy laser online. Now we still need more power. Now we got our weapons set up online though, so that's good. What is that? 4 lasers, 4 laser shots plus a heavy laser and then the halberd. That'll do. With hacking, it'll be enough. Now we need to try to get the extra shield bubble. Okay, great, whatever that was. Yeah, this was kind of a disappointing Sector 7, considering it was a Mantis sector. That this might be a double scrap reward, though, so have to hope for that. Great. A lot of borders. No, you're supposed to be in there. Oh, Nikes. Well, there goes one of our dudes, because that bomb just went off and we cannot fix that in time. Well, this is ugly. That is always a danger with Cloning Bay. Unfortunately, these guys are in a very nasty part of the ship. Like, it's just not easy to deal with this. So we got that repaired, but sadly, RIP. Now, if they bomb the cloning bay again, I'm just gonna throw my hands up. But again, that should kill the ship. Okay. Then this is the part of the ship I do not want them to teleport into. Okay. They repaired the hull, which I guess is nice. Let's actually upgrade the cloning bay. It feels like that was overdue for us to do. And we need more power. We're running on too low power here. All right. Yeah, I could really lose. Yeah, losing that human crew member actually hurts. I haven't had many opportunities. I bought a crew member and still haven't had a whole lot here in this game. I feel like we have like just barely enough here, but we really need that last shield bubble, and I would like to damage buffer these systems too. This is great though. We can give... Oh, okay. Well, scrap recovery arm is useless this late. We need the scrap here. We have to go to another spot here, even though that means we hit the rebels on the last beacon. We have cloaking, so it's not that big a deal. And we're about to get a lot of borders. I guess it makes sense because we're in a Mantis sector, but a lot of borders for sure. We definitely want to try to cloak through that. I need you to distract these guys until the oxygen's gone. Oh, well, sayonara, buddy. Mantis wiped him out with extreme prejudice. I don't even know where they're going, these mantises. After the cloaking room, apparently. Alright, at least we brought our weapons guy back to life before. We can actually get back in there and power the weapons now. Solar flare in the backup battery room. There's a missile coming in. I mean, this enemy ship is dead, but... Now, these mantises are kind of a pain in the butt. You get out of there, because there's no oxygen there. We gotta fix this ship up. Because remember, we're going to fight the rebels after this. We gotta repair the damage that's been done. No, you guys need to kill these mantises. You guys need to go repair this. Stupid fire needs to go out. Okay. You go up there. Alright. Shut this. Go repair that. You, NG, now that we don't need door control, you go repair that. Everybody get back to your spots. Okay. Alright. We're not going to try to kill this ship. We're just going to try to run out of here as quickly as we can. So because of that, we'll hack their weapons just to slow them down a little bit. So many freaking borders. This is not... It's better for us just to fight. These guys, it's not easy to vent the ship from that position, so we'll just fight these guys. The only thing we really need to worry about is the... Let's hope we're another guy in here? Okay. There they go. I never actually used my weapons hack, did I? I'm off my game. Definitely from having not played FTL as much recently. Well, it looks like we still dodged everything, just barely, because cloaking is OP in this game. I really hope we can get some scrap in this sector. Sometimes you get a lot in Sector 8. Sometimes you get very little. So I'm hoping maybe we'll be on the high side, because I really need that last shield bubble, and I'd like to damage buffer some of these systems too. We need about 100 more scrap to get that. Okay, well this is good. Let's see, the base is down there. Alright, here, hopefully hit the repair. Because we need more drones. We're a little low on drones. The repair station will give us more drones. Hopefully it'll still be there. Here, and then to the repair, and hopefully that gets us enough for the force shield bubble. We kind of have to keep using hacking again. Well, maybe we'll try to do this one without hacking. It does only have 3 shield bubbles. Nice, we even dodged that. Okay. That's good. That could have gone a lot worse. Those bombs, like the missiles, we avoided the missiles. We didn't end up taking any more damage here. We're even getting some decent shield XP here. I mean, they have no evasion anymore, so... Alright, they're dead. We managed to avoid using a drone. We even got one more. Okay, that's good. I'll take this halfway. Alright, I don't think we'll be able to get to all 3 of these. I'm going to try to hit these 2 and then go to the repair shop. Again, the long-range scanners are super nice. Now this one with the 4 shield bubbles, I do think we have to use a hacking drone here. Again, we'll get a hacking drone if, we'll get 5 more drones. Okay, they hacked oxygen, which is actually, can be dangerous because it can kill your crew, but if you have level 2 oxygen, it's okay. Alright, before they do anything else, do we actually cloak through this? Because these bombs could be, let's actually cloak through this bomb. Those bombs could legit have been dangerous. We also do need to run up level 2 oxygen. Okay. Turn this on. Yeah, I'm glad I cloaked the first bombs, because they just set off a firebomb in my shield room. It's only one flame. We can probably deal with one flame with fire-resistant Mountain King. There we go. That could have been a lot worse. Now, the good news is we also got... You see the little crack in the weapons room over there? That means that they will not repair any damage done. If there's a crack, then that means that the damage... Normally, auto-scouts repair the damage. Okay, what the heck was that? One of our shots literally got hit by their bomb. Or something. Yeah, I'm glad I cloaked the initial bombs, because just the bombs alone are actually doing a lot of damage. They're just relentlessly bombing the ship. We're not going to be able to keep hacking from going out. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Dang, they are just going off with this ammunition over there. Okay, enough of these... They're actually out of ammo now, so they can't do any more damage. They're out of ammo. They did run themselves out of ammo there. Alright, 45 scrap. Now we need more power to run that shield bubble, but we actually have the upgrade now. We need 2 more power upgrades at the bare minimum there. I'm just praying that this repair station doesn't get taken over. Oh, this could be a double scrap reward, though. Okay. This ship actually doesn't, again, famous last words, does not look that bad. I don't think we need to cloak. I have cloak. I don't think I need to use a hacking drone here. But you know what would be good? Actually powering my heavy laser. That actually would be good. And this ship is, of course, super vulnerable to the halberd beam, just due to its design. Yeah, that just one shot pretty much wrecked them. I had a question. This might have been earlier. I'm sorry. Late in the game, it's harder for me to pay more attention to the chat because there's just like a lot going on in FTL. So the question was, why is Civ 7 so railroady? I don't know. I don't really understand the design decisions they made. All right. Yes, we got the giant double upgrade. That's fantastic. So now that pays for the force shield bubble. We need a damage buffer cloaking, hacking, and we can do more upgrades after that. But those are some of the important ones we got. All right, what else do we need? We damage buffer. Well, we didn't damage buffer drone control, but I don't really want to sink another 30 in there unless I have to. We have the cloning bay upgraded. We have the oxygen upgraded. You have to upgrade oxygen because if you don't, the level 3 hacking on the flagship, if they hack oxygen and you don't have level 2 oxygen, you will just die. So you always have to upgrade this. We'd like to get piling upgraded, door system, backup battery, and then just extra stuff in the reactor if we can get it. Oh, there's actually a store, but we don't really need to go to a store at this point. Let's hit the repair stop, because that'll give us some more drones and heal us and give us a little scrap. 30 scrap. All right, next most important is probably... we do need doors, and then piloting's definitely next. Oh, more fights. Oh, well, this is going to get taken over. Okay. Well, if we're going to have to fight the rebels here anyway, we might as well gain what we can. Maybe we can get these two. We'll have to hit the rebels here, and then we'll go to the flagship. Hopefully we can get these two battles. If not, if this gets taken over, then we'll just go straight here. But unfortunately, if we go here, we just get a rebel fight, so... Oh, recovery arm! Ah, well. It's too late. We gotta get someone to distract him. This is actually not that bad. We don't need to use a drone here, I don't think. Again, famous last words, I know, but I think we're okay. Alright, so we cloak through this. We actually don't have 100%. Oh, now we do, because the mind control ran out. Alright, there it goes. We'd have to have pretty... Now, their burst 3 is still up. That fires 5 shots, but they would need every single shot to hit to get through. The odds of that happening are pretty low. Now, they got 4 out of 5 to hit, but 4 out of 5 is not 5 out of 5, so... There we go. Alright. We said piloting and the backup battery, and then just another reactor bar or two. So, as we've talked about before a bunch of times, FTL is just like a perfectly calibrated game. You, on hard difficulty... I think we still want the fight. On hard difficulty, you are like almost always, you're just barely upgrading the final systems right when you are getting to the final boss. It's like, it's so well calibrated. You have exactly enough scrap. Like, if you play correctly, you usually have enough to win, but like just barely enough to win. If you do it correctly, and no more. Like, you have enough, but you have to spend it correctly, and there's no more. There's just enough. It's so well designed. It's so cool. Which is exactly what's happening on this run again. Alright, so we use the those two fire first, and then the heavy laser crashes in. And we don't want to take damage needlessly, so defensive drone to shoot down this missile. There we go. That basically ends the portion of the fight where we can be damaged. We have enough drone parts that we're fine. We can afford to use one there. So people were talking about the Civ 7 there. Yeah, I just don't know what they were going for with the design. I just don't get it. I really don't understand why they thought that people would like this, like, let's take away most of your choices. That it's like, why did they think people would like that? Anyway, we'll get to Civ 7 in a minute. I guess I'm a little over the time I normally start the Civ portion of the stream. Oh, we got another double. Okay, that double scrap reward is pretty awesome. And of course, we do have scrap recovery arm is actually feeding us some extra income. So now we kind of have like extra beyond what we need. So let's damage buffer that. Let's get 2 more here. And then I think that's all. I don't really need the super doors. I don't really need the super cloning bay. Like, that stuff's nice to have, but not really necessary. Anyway, so here we have to jump past the rebels. So we'll just skedaddle past them. I think I'll just turn the backup battery to start. Okay, that's a little annoying. We don't really need our weapons for this fight. So I wonder why they only teleported one guy over there. So we just have to time our cloak correctly past the ASB. Okay, they only have 4 shots, so they can't actually damage us with this. Now they did just fire a missile. We do need to stop that because the cloaking tie-up does not line up with that. We don't need oxygen. There we go. Good job, defensive drone. I never trust the defensive drone 2s. Just don't trust them. Okay. Now. Oh, shoot. I missed it by an... They just got over here. Missed it by an instant. That's not what we want. There we go. We did dodge the ASB correctly, but... Alright. Now we gotta deal with these 2 dum-dums in the piloting room for this fight. But it looks like they're dying to the lack of oxygen in here. So that's good. What's gonna get hacked? Okay, hacking is not one of the more dangerous systems to get hacked, so that could have been a lot worse. And our cloaking should be up by the time we need to dodge something. Well, it's actually not going to be up for the first missile volley, which is unfortunate. But we'll put up a defensive drone and do our best. Oh, we need to get our hacking over there. Oh, if cloaking is so close, but it won't be up in time, unfortunately. Actually, that's not ideal. That's going to be very difficult to heal that hacking. We'll get one hack off, and I think that's it. Well, we shot down one of those, but that's it. Problem is I can't get in there. I'll try to have the NG get over there, but we have to break down the doors of the hacking, unfortunately. Okay, well, we only took 1 damage from that, so it could have been worse. We'll have cloaking up for the next round. Again, we have the... Oh, we actually dodged every single one of those. That's kind of cool. Oh my god, what the... I didn't click the 3 button? Are you kidding me? Apparently I didn't click the button. Are you freaking kidding me? At least we still got off the follow we needed to. Yeah, I knew that we were going to lose hacking. Not much we can do about that, unfortunately. It's just because the doors are... When they hack something, the doors get locked. This is why I mostly wanted to keep these fires from spreading to another room. Well, now we can cloak. To dodge all this. Alright. Get you guys back to your normal spots. But yeah, we do not have hacking, unfortunately. We just have to fire and hope for the best. At least we're dodging pretty well. Alright. Yeah, see, unfortunately we're not dealing enough damage. If we had hacking, we'd be able to take out the missiles. We don't have enough damage to take it out completely. Oh my god, this fire in the locked hacking room is just not what we want. It's like the fire just keeps spreading out of that room. I've got the NG ready to put it out each time, but it's very annoying. At least one more volley will kill this. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll be able to kill them, unless we have just a terrible volley here. I think we still kill them. Yeah, we only need to do 4 damage. Oh my god! Ah, the timing was just off. Shoot! They're still not dead. Jesus. Okay. This fire in the hacking room is just... We just cannot get in that effing room. We actually shot one of them down with... Oh, wow. Wow, their halberd beam almost never does anything. Jesus, you're freaking kidding me. This one fire in the hacking room is just such a pain in the rear. We cannot get in there. Okay. It finally the fire's out in that room. Good thing we have hull repair drones. Long and annoying fight. The oxygen may have kept it from running out. That's true. Just everything hit. Just die. There we go. Alright. I'm just like, just freaking die, alright? Anyway. The good news is we have hull repair drones, so we'll just fix that damage up. We have enough drones that we are unlikely to run out here. Yeah, we'll just run another one here. The fire was, yes, the fire was caused by a missile when cloaking was on a cooldown from the previous jump, correct. I mean, I mistimed one of those weapon volleys there. Good thing we had that hull repair drone. Hull repair drone's pretty strong. Alright, so remember, you wait to fight the second round at the base. The game wants you to chase after, but it's much better to fight them here at the base, because then you can jump away in the final round. Alright, so this is the drone round, of course. This is not the strongest ship I've ever taken past the flagship, but... Oh, here comes the boarding... Ah, I should have shot down the boarding drone. It's too late now. We're a little vulnerable to boarding, especially. Why are you in the... Out of all places, the cloning room? That is not a good place for you to be. We're not good... We're a little vulnerable against boarders, because we only have the 5 crew members. Alright, well... At least we took the missiles offline. That's very nice. And we'll have cloaking ready for the drone surge. I'm actually going to pull the pilot in there as soon as this drone surge is done. Cloaking. There we go. Okay, get in there. Oh man, we almost killed one of their guys. 2 HP. Came that close to killing one of their guys. So yeah, we don't have a pilot right now. I need you here to deal with this boarding drone. We are definitely gonna have to run away. Like fight and run away for the next phase, because we are not equipped to deal with boarders like at all. There we go. All right. Could have been worse. Now, out of all the stuff we can do, I actually think what would help us the most is getting the super cloning bay, because we're gonna have people die in the next round, and the cloning bay bringing them back super fast is gonna help us out a lot. Okay, you go back here. You come here. Gotta get that cloning bay fixed. We didn't actually take any damage in that phase, so that's cool. I mean, we can hull repair for extra health in these upcoming this upcoming phase as well. All right, so now we jump away, and almost certainly get prepared to run from these guys, just because we want to take some of these guys with us. So let's power up the engine. Yeah, we don't even need to worry about it. Just take our weapons down. We don't care about that. We're just gonna grab 4 of these guys and take them with us over to the other ship. We can also probably vent this. That's probably better. Yeah, click that. What am I doing? I need to do this if I'm going to vent the ship. Run away! Alright, now we just run away. Now we just get the heck out of here. Power up that FTL drive, please. No, run away! Get us out of here! Why is this FTL drive taking so long to charge? Back to the base! No! We just got a big heal out of that. Alright, now what the heck's going on? Someone give us door controls, please. Run to the shield room! Wait, what the? Why don't we have... Oh, because the doors are damaged. That's annoying. Okay, well... Just keep venting the ship. Wait, what the? Oh, yeah. It was a massacre. I don't need you taking damage needlessly. Alright. Shut the doors. Everybody back to life again. You over here. Everybody back to your spots, except you need to come repair the ship. Alrighty. Alright, everybody back to their spots. At least we managed to take 4 of their crews. They won't have much. That mind control's still going to be a real pain, though. Okay, it hit one of the less dangerous targets. Anyway, so let's get our stuff firing. Just put it on, like, auto-fire. Okay, weapons room is not a good place for them to beam into. But the good news is they are apparently trying to go join up with the guy over here. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but as long as the longer that mind control lasts, the better. Alright, defense drone to shoot down these. We want to save the cloaking for a little bit later on. Okay, well, the engine room being on fire is less than great. But they haven't taken out our weapons. That's the only thing that's we really don't want. That mind control shouldn't last too much longer. And then we can start fixing some of these systems. Close that. Taking us a little longer to get through their Zoltan shield than I would have liked. Okay, good. That's a lot of shots. Let's see if we have to end up cloaking or not. Apparently we dodged most of them. Okay, good news. The defensive drone 2 has actually been doing a lot of work in this fight. I'm looking forward to getting control of the engines back again. I think at this point, let's shut the doors, turn the oxygen back on, and just go kill them. Alright, check to see if we need to cloak this again. Yeah, we need to cloak this. One of them still hit, even though we had 90% evade, so that's cool. Alright, now we can finally start hitting them. No! I didn't quite manage to take that system out. Alright, let's get you guys back to your spots. NG, I want you to come over here and try to fix engines. We did lose the backup battery there, though. So we're not going to have that. Okay, our weapons guy getting mind controlled is not great. Let's actually try to stop the mind control here. Yeah. I just didn't want him to get mind controlled, so I just had him. We just fired to knock that out. Anyway, well, let's go ahead and fix up the hull right now. Oh, okay, well, don't have the defense. The defensive drone just got shot down, so yeah, we don't have a way to fix that. Okay, well, hey, we've got our weapons back up. All right, there we go. Not that dramatic of a run because we knew we had the hull repair drones to touch things up. But anyway, still a victory. Overall, like an average run. What were the biggest turning point of the run was probably getting that halberd beam. That said, we didn't have like insane luck. We didn't have like a free weapon drop. I mean, we had some weapons drop, but they weren't like good weapon drops. So what's our score? 57. We ended up with 1,850 scrap. That's a very average run. 17 to 1,800 is how much scrap you get. 48 ships is also average. 40 to 50 is average, so we were maybe a little on the high side. I'd say we were a touch low for a run that had long-range scanners. We did fight some tough ships along the way. It was like, at times we fought these really nasty ships, and then we got easier ones afterwards. Yeah, we did have an initial disaster run that didn't go great, but that one went better. Yeah, so pretty smooth. Nothing too crazy. I'm definitely a little rusty on FTL. There were a couple parts I made some mistakes. There were definitely some micro errors from time to time, but overall not too bad. So like a nice normal run.